Today on Suncoast View, FEMA gives feedback about how we handled Hurricane Irma. We'll discuss the findings.
It is the week for romance, and we'll go back in time to find vintage ways to show your Valentine you love them.
And how much do we really know about the Suncoast? We'll find out from the Queen of Trivia. She's here to test our skills. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Megan Greenberg. Great to see you.
Thank you.
How's Mom World?
I love it.
You love it.
I do.
Our little growing fast.
Too fast.
And mobile now, right?
Very mobile.
Is it a whole, very mobile. Is it a whole new world?
Yes, and a very independent one. Like, Mom, do not take my hand. I got this. I'd like to walk right into the ocean.
Right.
Yes.
Look at him, though.
Yes,
He's fearless.
He's not afraid of flamingos.
No, this is a real, to me these look like fake garden statues, but they're real. It's jungle gardens, and I've lived here for 8 years and never went, and it's a perfect place if you have a kid. It is, or if you don't have a kid.
Absolutely.
It's really cute.
Yeah, we always go there. They've got a great playground.
Snapchat filters.
He's
Oh, look
adorable.
at him. What is this?
It's a Snapchat filter.
Are those real glasses,
No,
or are those part of
those
the Snapchat?
are, yes. It's, if you have any tax needs, this is the kid for you.
He looks like a genius.
He does.
A baby genius.
Yes.
Very fun. Well, that makes taking kid pictures and all that a lot more fun when you can
Yes,
decorate
I
them.
don't even use Snapchat. I just take still shot filters and then send them to the grandmas.
Fun fact, Snapchat will not put a filter on your dog. I have tried.
Really?
Yep, I've tried many times. I've tried
Because
to
it
face
is a
swap
facial
with her.
recognition
Yep.
thing?
Something about her face they won't do.
Oh, well, good to know.
They
The
have a
things
lot of
Linda and I
time.
are learning.
thing.
Yes,
That's
I
a
guess
sad
so.
I have a lot of time on my hands.
You two and your children and your
Yes.
filters, enjoy
Yes.
yourself. We're going to operate in reality here because in reality we love to eat. And this is a special week for dining out, of course. Our friend Chef Pedro from Table Creekside with us today. Obviously, we're getting ready for Valentine's Day. What are we making today?
We have a nice tuna on-stage appetizer for today, for Valentine's Day, man.
Okay, and a special Valentine's menu, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, reservations still being taken?
Anytime you want to come, we're ready.
I love those pink drinks. That's really pretty.
Yes, are very pretty. Hey, Valentine's is kind of tough for me this year because it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like
It's hard
that's-
to go out on a school night.
Right, so it kind of makes me not want to go on a school night, and I probably won't. So then, I don't know, we tried to celebrate a little bit early, but it didn't feel like it. So maybe
Yeah.
you do it afterward. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be good for the restaurants, though, you know, for the area restaurants that people will go out around.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to trail into the upcoming weekend so we can get it
I'll
all
be
in.
taking grandchildren, so it's a little different that way.
Maybe not romance, but still a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, I saw that you had some fun this weekend at the circus.
I did. It was an awesome show.
Tell us about
It was
it.
so much fun. I was guest ringmaster. Of course, we've discovered that some of my clothes really looks like ringmaster clothes. That's one of my party outfits that I just can wear as a ringmaster. Dolly Jacobs got a letter from the royal family in Monaco. Princess Stephanie sent her a letter telling her how great she thinks Dolly is and how much she wishes her luck and what a great performer Dolly is. So who knew that the Princess Stephanie was a fan of Dolly's. Dolly was totally blown away by it.
Oh, how great.
And a standing ovation at the end. It was just awesome.
Wonderful.
It starts out with this huge ring full of beautiful white horses that stand on their legs and go into the air, and then it ends with a balancing act, and there's trapeze, there's everything else in between. So it's just an awesome show.
I love it. You know, our area has always known how great the circus is, but now with the Hugh Jackman Greatest Showman movie and everything, it seems like circus is starting to, the rest of the world is starting to catch on, whereas our little pocket of the world has always known and celebrated. So that's
My
great.
stepson is here from LA, and it's very hard to impress him with showbiz. But I took him to the circus, and he said, I'm going to call all my friends in LA and get them to come see this. This is awesome. So I was so proud I finally impressed him.
Good, and there is still
Nice.
time to go see it because you have until, I believe, March 4th.
Yes.
That Ovation at Circus Sarasota is on for this
We
season.
did it for Valentine's Day, our first Valentine's Day together. We went to the circus, and I thought maybe this is a sign of things to come.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That your life is a circus?
Exactly.
Popcorn and cotton candy. What a dinner
Exactly.
that'll make.
Yeah. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And it has been 5 months since Hurricane Irma, and Suncoast counties are assessing how well they did in the eye of the storm. the former head of FEMA actually came to help us assess, and he had some good recommendations. One of them being that the next time the counties should open all of their shelters at once and open them earlier. Have everything be handicap accessible and pet friendly. Because if you think about it, if you decide to evacuate and your neighborhood shelter isn't the closest one, then you're going to travel and may end up traveling farther than necessary or back during the storm. Also, he thinks in general public communication needs to be more clear. They think our flood zones are confusing, so that we should instead have areas color-coded for safety, as in this red area is not safe now. This green area is safe now, and that would be a good place for you to go. But when they put things out like, okay, A's must leave and B's are voluntary and C's stand on one leg, you know, everybody obviously was a little bit confused.
I
So
was
thought those
answering
were
the
fair.
phone during that time, and people would say, I'm at a shelter and it's not open. What should I do? Where should I go? And then they get to the next one, well, they won't take my pet. What should I do? So we had people going all around the county looking for a place to stay.
Unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily.
I
yes.
also was on the phone banks with Linda, and it was sad because there were quite a few people that either they had someone in their family who was handicapped, and not all of them were handicap accessible, or they weren't open to pets. And one gentleman had to make the decision of whether he was going to have to abandon his pet so he could take shelter or stay with his pet. It was heartbreaking.
Right.
But things like, you know, with your pets, you have to get their records or else the pet shelters
Yes,
won't
they
let
won't
them
take
in.
them.
I think we all took this one a little more seriously, so it is up to us to learn where we should go and what we need, especially if we have pets or family members.
And how likely our area is to flood and where the closest place is to go. I mean, I think it's great that because we, you know, for the most part dodged the big bullet, we learned a lot, and now we can look back and try to make it better.
Yeah.
We'll
know.
be better next time.
Right.
Yes.
Because sadly there probably will be a next time. I mean, it is still, you know.
But the last time was like 12 years before, so,
Right. So a lot of
it's
us
been
weren't
a long
here.
time.
So we learned a lot. So it's nice, I think, that we're doing a recap and learning more
We
about
can't
it.
count on these Indians to keep us safe forever. They said this was their burial
At some
ground,
point,
you
the
know,
luck may run
and
out.
they will
Yes.
always keep the Suncoast safe from hurricanes, but maybe not. So
I heard that when I first moved here. They said that's why hurricanes move away from Sarasota County because of
the theory.
Yes,
Well,
the urban legend.
placebo effect will still stick.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, in the wake of the Me Too movement, a lot of companies are kind of reanalyzing their personnel policies on dating. The Wall Street Journal is reporting an interesting rule at Facebook. Employees are permitted to ask a coworker out once. If the answer is no, or even if it's ambiguous, like, well, maybe sometime, they are not allowed to ask again. Only energetic and positive consent means yes and a future date. Reportedly, Google also has a similar policy. What do you think?
very interesting. My daughter met her husband here at work at ABC.
How many
7.
times did he have to ask?
I don't know who asked who.
And my baby daddy is my boss, so I mean, I work. My husband is the
Right.
father of my child, and we work together. So I don't know. It's kind of a hit or miss. He didn't have to ask over and over, so it wasn't a harassing or, you know, uncomfortable
Obviously.
situation. But it's kind of, I don't know. This whole movement's kind of gone. It's become so extreme, and for a reason,
Right.
to be protecting. But sometimes when things go so extreme, it limits just natural human interaction. So it's a very delicate approach, because you know sometimes you don't want to be into somebody on a Monday, but weeks later as you get to know
Yeah,
them, maybe
yeah.
maybe the relationship changes, and then is that putting fear into somebody that would have a positive interaction, but they don't want to be punished for it.
Right.
And sometimes you don't want to be mean. If somebody asks you out, you don't want to say no. So you say, oh, well, maybe. And
Right.
he gets the idea that you're still interested. You're just trying to be nice to get out
I
of
think
it.
it goes back to parenting. Like, I want to teach my son that if a woman seems uncomfortable and she's not enjoying your advances, you don't need a company policy to tell you
To figure it
not
out.
keep going after her. Like,
Yes.
she's
Right.
uncomfortable, she's not interested, discussion's over.
But unfortunately, with Me Too, it made it clear that people aren't getting the hint,
Right.
and that they think they can go ahead and pursue.
How
So-
nice, though, for someone who doesn't have to have someone repeatedly asking them out when
I
they're
agree.
just not
Yes.
interested.
Right.
But if they do change their mind and see that person in a different light, it's going to be up to them now to ask that
Absolutely,
person out.
Right.
absolutely. I don't know. I
But
don't think
once,
I have a
just the
problem
one
with that.
time they can-
Just once. You only get to ask once.
In the very old days, a lady would drop her handkerchief if she was interested, and the guy would pick it up, and he would know that he could ask. So
Maybe we should go back to
some
that.
Maybe we just need
Yes.
some very simple signs and it would be easier. All right, well, so here's the opposite take on relationships. A mom is upset that in her school in Utah, the girls are required to say yes at the 6th grade dance when a boy asks them to dance. The school says they are teaching students to be respectful and inclusive. Parents say this sends the wrong message to girls and teaches them to consent even if they don't want to. What do you think?
I think they're
No
only
bueno.
consenting to a dance, and little boys have feelings too. So to get rejected too often, it's like choosing a team. You know, this is not a sexual thing to them. They're choosing a team, and it's a one dance, be nice, do it, and then you don't have to continue.
No, we had last time we were here, we talked about being forced to hug people you don't want to, and I feel similarly that, you know, teach your children how to communicate. Teach them to say, you know, I'm not interested. You don't have to be mean to say no. Saying no doesn't mean you're like, get away from me, weirdo. You don't have to be rude about it, but I don't
little
think you should
kids
be forced to consent.
Only like certain other little kids. So some kids are always excluded.
Well, what
I
if-
agree, but
Because they're in grade school, right? So we're
Yeah.
not talking romantic dancing.
Not
what
at
if
all,
it's
not
like
at
square
all.
dancing or
6th grade,
social
it's gonna, that's
dancing?
that gray
It's romantic
area.
dancing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Sixth
that's the gray
grade,
area in
that's
6th grade.
If it was a matter of like working in teams for a math problem or something, and you wouldn't be able to say no to someone who wanted to be on your team, then I don't think we would have any
I
problem
think it's
with
different because there's touching, though. But you
Yeah.
know what? They don't do, from what I've observed with my kids in school, what we used to do. And square dancing is exactly it. You know, when you had a crush on somebody and you did square dancing in PE, that was the most exciting thing. If you got to pass by him in the square and touch his hand. They don't do any kind of touching, dancing. You know, I mean, you were required to hold that boy's hand and walk around the
yeah.
square.
And is this only asking if boys ask girls?
That's a
is
good
it, or
point.
is it if somebody asks somebody else?
The mother complaining was the mother of a daughter, so it sounded like when a boy asks you to
Okay.
dance. I would assume there's no way it couldn't be equal. If I asked Joey to dance, he would be required to say yes. And I mean, I understand why they're doing it for the hurt feelings, but I just think it's a dangerous
Too,
message.
even recently, my friend got something sent home from school that there's no Valentine's party, but they will have everybody. If you bring one thing for one person, you have to bring something for
Absolutely.
everybody,
Yes.
and it's kind of a mixed bag too, because it's I don't know, it's
But wait till your child is the one that didn't get a
I
Valentine.
understand, but that's
Everybody got
also
one but him. Then you'll think,
We weren't so policed when I was in
Policed.
school,
We weren't
but
either.
I do remember it wasn't even an option to not give someone a Valentine. You just got enough. Maybe you gave them the one you didn't like, but you know.
Right, you give out
In the box.
25. If there's
Yeah.
25 kids, you give
I was the
25
weird
Valentines.
kid. I never got the Valentine. I played oboe. My mom sewed my own clothes. I was the weird kid, and I don't know. My mom always drew a bath at the end of the day and made me feel good about who I was. I don't know. I guess so much for me goes back to the home and
Right.
not what the kids are being forced to do to be polite. Just raise polite kids.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a lesson we could all use. So Outdoor Outfitter, LL Bean, is changing a policy it has had forever. It's basically a famous lifetime guarantee. You can take anything back there at any time. But people take advantage of this, shockingly enough. So basically what has happened is the company reports that things were coming back after decades of use, after being found in thrift shops and even stolen items. So rather than the we'll take it back without a receipt because we know it's ours, now LL Bean has gone to a 1-year return policy.
Oh, this is why we can't have nice things.
Well,
People abused the policy.
can you imagine though? I mean, you know somebody's going to walk in there with some pair of shoes that they'd worn for 15 years, worn to the bone, and said, okay, I'd like to take these back. And, you know, their associates are told you have to take everything back.
I think they have a right now to cut it down to a
Absolutely.
year.
But can you, I mean,
Yes.
why do people have to be like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I
it
mean,
worked for a long time.
It did. It worked for hundreds of years, but now all of a sudden we seem to take advantage of every
Human
system we
beings
can.
are getting worse.
Aren't there some grocery stores, I think Wegmans up in the north part of the country, they used to have a policy that you didn't need a receipt. And even if they maybe didn't carry it, you know, they still were just like, we'll just take it, we'll take
Yeah.
it. And
Just in Atlanta
thinking,
did that.
Yeah.
probably thinking customer service for them was more important than whatever money they might lose on
Right,
taking
or that one guy you
butter.
have to argue with. Well, I mean, and LL Bean made it clear it literally had just gotten to the point where so many people were playing the system. Like apparently finding something from LL Bean in a thrift store
Right.
was like the gold find because then you could take it back to the store and get real credit for
Yeah.
to get something new.
My brother bought a pair of Nike Air Jordans in high school, and we're talking the late 80s, right when they came out, and he never bought another pair of sneakers because they had a lifetime guarantee that not a lot of people knew about. So if they started to tear, he would just go get another pair of sneakers. My parents were upset that he spent that much money. It was like $100 at the time.
Right.
And afterward, my father said, "I've never been so proud." He never had to buy shoes again.
Do they still have that? Maybe we should
I
go
wonder
get
if they
some.
do.
And there are
Not
products
wrong.
with lifetime guarantee. There are. I mean, I have some of the kitchenware and things like that, but they don't advertise it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you have
they
to-
didn't know me when they made that lifetime guarantee.
That's right. You'd be on your fifth set, and well, you should be. We're going to check in with our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, we're going to have a great talk about why women need more from each other.
Good afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast. First alert weather showing warm temperatures again today. The sea breeze has actually kicked in and causing some showers and even the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm to develop. Yes, the sea breeze front is working now. 30-23, the pressure is high, and you can see a lot of rainfall to the west and north of us. That is going to stay to our north too. It's the sea breeze that has caused the showers east of I-75, just to the east of Parrish and east of Lakewood Ranch. You can see that activity right there near Bethany and stretching just very close to Parrish. You'll see as I put the map into motion, you can see that one line moving to the southeast through DeWitt, and that is the sea breeze. And now we're getting showers popping up as that makes its way inland. So Mayaca ahead, may see some showers there just a little bit. Isolated activity expected through this evening as a result of very warm temperatures. Now there is a little weak system to the north of us, and it is streaming basically to the northeast. Not much of a chance of it dropping here. We'll have the latest on our forecast at 5.
As women, we're hard on ourselves and we're hard on each other. But why does it have to be that way? Licensed family and marriage therapist Jamie Day is here to remind us that all women can learn from and can love one another as a part of the same team. And welcome, Jamie. You've created a brand called Divine Mommy.
That's right. Thank you so much, Linda, for having me here.
Divine
Thank
Mommy.
you,
Now, that's
everybody.
what we'd all like to be. Tell me about Divine Mommy and how you came up with that.
Well, I'm going to tell you are a divine mommy.
Oh,
All of us are, right? All of us
You
are.
too,
Joey,
Joey.
you too, because we all have aspects of the feminine and masculine in us. But Divine Mommy is about embodying those aspects of the divine feminine. So you said it right. As women, we're hard on each other, right? And we're hard on ourselves. It's just something that is really socially supported, because think of how we view ourselves in context of our aging process, our physical aspects, our bodies, the way we look, our sexuality, our menstrual cycle, the way we connect to each other, self-care, self-love. I mean, those kind of notions are socially supported, right? And we are really hard on ourselves. And we're really hard on each other too, but it doesn't have to be that way. So you said Divine Mommy, right? That's what I started. It's an organization that I started going on 2 years ago, and it started with a weekly group back in April of 2016, and it's grown to so much. So my mission statement is women supporting women with love and acceptance. That's the big word, acceptance and shared wisdom. So you don't have to be a mommy, because my idea is that we're all mommies. All of
each
us
other
women.
sometimes.
To each other, but think how many, to puppies, that's right. I've got fur babies too. I've got a human baby too. But you don't have to have human babies. We have idea children. Because think about it. Today, ladies, when you woke up, how many idea children have you given birth to from the time you got out of bed to right now? And that's includes compassion, understanding, relationships, the way that we connect to one another. We are constantly giving birth to new things all the time. So Divine Mommy is my group that really values and honors and validates that. We validate the feminine, we validate the balance of the masculine and the feminine within each of us, which we all know. It's our own kind of percentage. We're all very unique, right, with how we vibe those different archetypal energies in. And we come together and we support each other. And so it's weekly groups, it's day-long workshops, it's retreat weekends for those of us who need a little bit more self-care. And we deserve self-care. Think about our relationship to self-care, right? That's not socially supported either. So it's just all about us coming together to support each other and
so
to love each other.
loneliness is one of the problems then.
Ah, you are so right, loneliness. So who at this table has ever felt lonely before? Raise your hand. Right? You were just talking about it, right? You said, I was the weird kid, I played oboe. Yeah, we've all felt lonely, right? And, you know, there's some brilliant research out there. Has anybody ever heard of John Cacioppo? Have you guys ever heard of him? He is a neuroscientist, and he's done some meta-analytic research, and he has found that living with chronic loneliness increases your odds of dying early by 45%. that is in light of the other statistics of obesity is 20%, excessive drinking is 30%. We're talking 45% chance of dying early living with loneliness. And we all know that we're doing it. So my perspective with Divine Mommy is let's create a safe space for women to come together, and safe space being those two operative words, because how often do we come together with other women and we don't necessarily feel safe to be exactly who we are? So creating this safe space to come together and to really celebrate who we are at this moment, at this time, who we've been and where we're going.
And you do family therapy too.
Yes, I
with
do.
Kids and husbands.
I definitely do. We include them, right? We include kids and husbands. So I do divine couple groups. In fact, I have one happening on Valentine's Day. Stephanie, you said that you, like this Valentine's Day kind of feels like not so cool because it's, you know, in the middle of the week, it's on hump day. Well, I've got a great workshop called Divine Couple. It's going to be all about stepping into emotional authenticity with ourselves, discovering where our feelings resonate in our bodies and how that manifests in our relationships. Last night I just did a Divine Family workshop that was all about families coming together to play and to step in the present moment. And from dads and husbands alike, the feedback has been unanimous that this is awesome, we need this, and it helped us step into the experience of our wives and our partners.
Oh, it sounds like something we all need.
Yes,
You can learn more about Jamie on her website, Divine Mommy, and on her Facebook page. So look her up, it's Divine-Mommy. And next we'll celebrate Mardi Gras in Sounds of the Suncoast.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Accolades are great. Just wait until you see our prices. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Mardi Gras is in full swing in New Orleans, and we're getting in the Dixieland spirit right here on the Suncoast. Singer Sharon Scott is here with some jazz favorites in today's Sounds of the Suncoast. Take it away, Sharon.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, I found one look at you. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you passed by. Well, one look and I yelled timber, look out for flying glass, because the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin and I started to shout, I've been hit. This is it, child, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you passed by. Well, ooh, he's so cute. Flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you passed by. Hey, baby, I was walking along, drinking in sunshine, when out of an orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, child, I found one look at you. Are you cooking for me? One look and I yelled timber, watch out for flying glass, cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin and I started to shout, I've been hit, Linda, I've been hit. I was walking along, minding my business, went out of an orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored purple stripe, pretty green polka dot sky. Well, flash, bam, alakazam, and goodbye.
Yay! Wow, that's awesome! Oh my goodness! Can you thank you? Tell us about your concert coming out, Sharon. Yes, tell us about your concert coming up.
It is Sunday, the 18th at 4 o'clock, St. Paul's Lutheran on Bay Vista in Sarasota.
What will we hear?
You'll hear a little jazz, a little blues, a little gospel, some brass music, a little bit of everything.
Oh, wow, what could be better? You want to sing us out?
I think I can do that.
Okay, you heard it. Her concert's coming up, First Brass 5, and it's going to be the 18th in St. Paul Lutheran Church. Can we hear some music?
Yeah.
Oh, we never get enough of this.
Well, I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, well, flash, bam.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best. All on sale for up to $3,805, less than the competition, at your local Honda dealer.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Mr. Buchanan's last reporting period, he had 16 actual people, and a number of those 16 people were his family members.
A majority of the funding that you've received has come from over the state line.
It's not a wasted vote if you vote for me.
House District 72, their one and only debate. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll re-air the whole debate at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check in with Chef Pedro from Table Creekside. Chef, tell us more about what is on your Valentine's menu.
Well, we have a lot of aphrodisiac food for the lovers.
Aphrodisiac food, like what?
We got Kumamoto oysters from Japan, tuna toro tartare, and you name it. We have a lot of delicious food, so come and see us, please.
Okay, aphrodisiac food at Table Creekside. Something to remember. Well, of course, the most romantic day of the year is just a few days away, but the art of romance has a long history, both in and out of the bedroom. Ashley Rogers from Canned Ham Vintage in Sarasota is here to show us some very fun items to inspire our romantic sides for Valentine's week. Great to see you. I love this. Okay, so before we delve into all the fun things you've brought, Rosemary Indie Market, back in season.
Going strong.
Going strong. For those who aren't aware, give us a little preview about what type of things we're finding at Rosemary Indie Market.
One of my most exciting things this week is we have a food trailer and a beverage cart that's in a vintage trailer that's coming. They hand make, it's so cute. They hand make everything on site. They do bubble tea and Mexican fresca, so that's a nice refreshing twist. So it'll be a really great day out in the sun, hopefully. I think the weather is going to turn out perfect.
All independent markets, right?
Yes,
all come
all
together.
local, fair trade, all that kind of stuff. We like to keep it local.
And some vintage, some not. So I like the mix that you know you can find some artisan type things, very creative crafters.
We like it all. We like to include everybody.
We just like to shop. That's
we
what
like it all too.
All right, so we're taking kind of a vintage Valentine look back at some of the trends that have evolved over the decades. And we think Megan looks absolutely stunning. Tell us about that piece.
Great 70s jacket. Ooh. It's actually coming back into style. I've seen so many stars wearing them. They're easy to wear, jeans and a t-shirt, an easy date night thing. You can take it from the bedroom out to dinner. That's kind of what we're doing here.
From the bedroom out to dinner.
Yeah. Or from the dinner out to bedroom, whichever
you
know.
the dress too, because Megan wears pants, but it's interesting to see it with a full dress.
You can wear it so many different ways. There's so many different colors out there.
Yeah, the color's great.
It's really a great way to kind of do a throwback 70s thing over to something that's simple and comfortable.
I love it. Don't be afraid of feathers.
Yes. Feather boas. I don't know what's going on with all the feather boas this year.
Really?
I think I've sold 6 in the last 2 weeks.
Really? Well, I can tell you what's going on Valentine's Day this week.
And all the ladies are saying they're going to wear them to parties. There's so many events right now. That's what we do, is mostly events, dressing the women
that
for that.
sounds like people are going to take more fun when they're looking at their outfits for galas and events this
year. At least when
year.
they come to us, they're looking for fun.
Even in daily wear, people are getting more creative and
more daring. And
more
textures are very in right now.
We have lots of that going on
with the feather
here.
and the lace. All right, so slippers are not just slippers. These are like boudoir shoes.
Boudoir shoes. Wear them out. Wear them out with something fun. Here's Marilyn wearing a pair of them. They're really, they can be worn out. They're really beautiful.
And I like the fact that they've got a little heel on them
A little
as well.
pump. They're actually a really comfortable mule. Satin.
So were they originally created to be worn as bedroom
Yes.
shoes? So your
Only
heels
in the
bedroom?
but they really look cute to be worn out now.
I agree.
How nice.
No wonder men always wanted
Sexy.
heels in the bedroom.
Super sexy.
I just want to be taller, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you're perfect, Joey.
Okay, and then bed jackets.
Bed jackets, again, girls are wearing them out on the street.
Well, that looks like a great, cute
Yep.
little top.
Cute
I mean,
little top. Wear a little satin blouse underneath, put this on top, and super sexy and fun.
Are these sleeves or is this a little capelet?
It's like a little cape.
Oh.
Actually, no, this one is sleeves.
Well,
Look at the
originally,
sleeve,
was
that's
that
what I'm
for
saying.
modesty in the bedroom?
It was for sexiness
Yep.
in the bedroom.
Okay.
Yes.
You wear your slip and you wear it over top, and it just adds a little bit more.
And there was something else to take off.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, those are
Same thing, lace.
And
Yeah.
this one.
So my extra
This is like a
large
duster.
t-shirts aren't sexy. I understand.
We can put one of
This
these
might
on
be.
top.
That's very sexy.
So this
Again.
is another little
Bed jacket,
robe.
but it's like a duster now. All
Yeah.
the girls wear them out like little vest dusters.
What do they wear underneath?
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Jeans and a
Or
tank
you put it over
top,
top of
Oh,
a
little
nice black red
dress.
dress. Yeah.
Honest God, it sometimes these even look good with long sleeves when it's just cool
Yep.
enough out.
Right.
Like a fitted long sleeve that just gives it a
It
little.
adds more texture to something simple that you're comfortable in jeans and a t-shirt or a simple little red dress. This adds a little more.
And Stephanie, to be clear, not an extra large white.
All right, not an extra large
but
old
like a cute
t-shirt
t-shirt.
from college.
Yeah.
I get it.
Cool, the looks are more romantic. It's nice to see
Yeah,
them coming
absolutely.
back.
Especially
Okay,
for spring.
gloves and jewelry. Linda's got some really pretty
Great.
jewelry pieces
Again,
there.
with the 70s, a nice deep V, a nice long necklace, lots of chains go around here. This is actually the center. So look at all the chains. Lots of chain work we got going on. Long and sexy. You can also wrap things, like you can double wrap that, which is really beautiful.
My mom had a lot of these in her jewelry box when I was a kid.
Now tell me about gloves. Are people back to wearing gloves for formal occasions?
All the time. All the time. Long metallic is huge right now, especially
Okay.
for gloves, because the white can get a little
Right, it's a little dingy.
A little dingy, and also it's not as sexy. Always metallics. It amps up your everyday look. And that one's cute. I love the little short ones
And
on
especially
you.
if you don't have to get a manicure. You can
Right?
just wear gloves. That would be a
They're
lovely
super
solution
fun.
there.
Again with the dressing up and like making that dress up for the Sarasota events fun.
Right, well, and that looks amazing there. And then, of course, scarves and kimonos. You
Kimonos
mentioned.
are
Now, I am
huge.
seeing these on every
Linda's
age
rocking
group.
the kimono.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, red, again, take it from the bedroom, wear it out. Wear it over something comfortable, a little sundress, put this over top, and you got something that, you know, it's timeless.
Yeah, I saw the young girls at the mall this weekend in jeans, a
All
little
the
t-shirt, and
time.
big, gorgeous kimonos. And especially because the florals are back in.
The florals, the one that you're wearing is from the 50s. The one
Okay.
that she's wearing here is probably about 60s, and the one over the floral is, that's going to be 1930s, actually.
Oh, wow.
Much an older
That's
piece.
amazing. And a really pretty necklace kind of dresses it up as well.
Oh yeah, 70s necklace over top of a 30s kimono, and it's actually made as a belt, but tie it up, tie it in a
good
bow.
idea. All right, well, romance never dies. So no matter the decade, we've got fun, vintage items. You can, of course, find all this kind of thing and so much more coming up at the Rosemary Indie Market. It is outside in the gorgeous sunshine in the Rosemary District. It is coming up February 17th. All right, when we come back, we're going to try our hand at some Suncoast trivia. See how smart we are.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Fact: the top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail: Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A Sarasota massage therapist is arrested and charged with battery. Why police believe there are still other victims out there. And a look at why a Sarasota intersection is considered to be one of the most dangerous. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Sure doesn't feel like a mid-February. Temperatures into the low to mid-80s today. It's cooled down just a little bit at the airport due to the west to southwest wind we're seeing right now. At 13 now, it's south-southwest, but the pressure 30-23, that's way up there, continues to remain high, and the dew point is up there too, so our lows tonight will be unseasonably warm. What we have is an old frontal boundary kind of hanging on to the west of us. It is sagging southward. There's some isolated cells well offshore, some isolated thunderstorms there. What we're seeing is a sea breeze front that has developed, and that is kicking off some showers now into Manatee County, also into Hardee and DeSoto counties. More on your forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 pick it up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
If you are out and about on the Suncoast and you ever frequent one of the many trivia nights at area establishments, you have surely seen our next guest, Kirsten Sponseller. She is the Suncoast Trivia Queen, and we are so happy she's here with us today to test our knowledge. So we might not be that happy that our knowledge is getting tested, but we're very happy you're here.
Thank you. And thanks for the title of Queen.
Yes.
It's such a fun gig.
Yes.
It's awesome.
There really is a big trivia scene on the Suncoast, isn't there?
There is, and it's part of that people wanting to connect again. You know, we're also focused on our screens and everything. It's a great break for a couple hours to get together with family, friends, coworkers, and just kind of laugh together and learn something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right, well, we are ready to laugh and learn.
Let's hope.
So
Fingers
Kirsten's going to
crossed.
test our knowledge with some Valentine's Day inspired trivia.
Yes, and I'm not going to break your brains on this one.
Okay.
Okay. We got a time crunch,
All right.
and normally the way it works is I'll ask the question of the length of a song.
Okay.
So these you'll probably be able to figure out before. You won't need the length of a
You're
song.
giving us the Suncoast View custom.
This is a custom right here, yes. And
All right.
we did Valentine's, if that's
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
All right, sung by Whitney Houston. What was the first single to be #1 for 14 weeks?
Oh,
I Will
Always Love You.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
And as we all know, it's also a hit for Dolly Parton. And one of the fun facts is, I always thought it was a breakup song, and it wasn't. It was just her and Mr. Wagner parting ways. She was going to go do her own career. And
So a breakup song.
well, professional breakup.
Oh.
Professional breakup. Yeah.
Yes.
And it was a hit twice. It was a hit in '74 and in '83 when she did it for Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Wow.
So look at that. Hit for three times around. All right, so
It was a hit for Linda just now because she won
Yeah,
that one.
I knew it. Yes, you did. It's true. All right, in the movie Say Anything, what Peter Gabriel song does John Cusack play loudly on his boombox outside Ione Sky's?
In Your Eyes.
Yeah. Good job.
In
In Your Eyes.
That's a beautiful song.
Never saw that movie. So good.
It brought kids out of their houses with their boom boxes.
And I've seen a lot of spoofs on that lately. A lot of people redoing that. And really quick, Rosanna Arquette, Tito, also that song Rosanna was supposed to be about her. That was the rumor. It's never been confirmed, but they're saying that that one was written for her as well by Peter Gabriel because they lived together. Really?
She inspired a lot of great songs in the late 80s, early 90s.
Who knew? Well, now we do.
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Yes.
Yeah, Desperately Seeking Susan. All right, here's a third question. What monk invented champagne?
Monk?
Monk.
Not Crystal.
John.
Pinoir, what? Don Pinoir?
Yeah, Don Perignon.
Really?
Exactly.
See, I know my champagne.
I see that.
Or you know it.
Or you know your monks. Right? Megan
They
said it.
become monks after they know me.
I guess
Wow.
I guess I never put two and two together.
Who knew?
like that.
Don Perignon. Yeah, he was
Well,
a French
Leonard.
monk. He was a French monk when everybody else was making red wines in that era in his region. He was doing some
bless
fun
him.
stuff
Thank
with the white
heavens for
stuff.
him.
Yeah, thank heavens for him.
A few nights to blame on him.
Oh my gosh, me too. A lot of Sundays too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Brunch.
Not to blame.
All right, question 4. What Roman goddess was Cupid's mother? Roman's goddess, Cupid's mother.
Venus.
Venus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
goddess
didn't
of
know
love.
that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to get invited to your trivia night.
No, you're invited. It's a team effort.
Okay,
So, yeah,
good.
you bring a well-rounded team and you can win the
Better
prize.
get a better team.
A well-rounded.
So we got Venus, and his father was Mars. So Venus and Mars, two planets.
Right.
Yeah. And on a clear night, you can see them in the sky.
Romantic.
Yes. All right, here we go. Question 5. What symbol does New York's Empire State Building illuminate on every Valentine's Day?
Oh, a heart.
Of course,
Very
right?
good,
Yes.
Joey.
Of course, a heart.
Yes.
Sleepless in
Sleepless in
Seattle.
Yes, yeah. And you know
I
the
thought that
5
was just
states.
from the movie. I didn't know they really did it.
Yeah, they do, and they also do it for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah. Well, not a heart.
They do all different colors.
Different colors.
Sorts of
New Year's
different-
Eve.
oh.
Yeah. And do you know the 5 states you can see from the observatory?
No.
Let's see, Jersey.
New York,
Uh-huh.
New Jersey, Delaware.
Connecticut, Massachusetts. I got to cheat too.
Florida.
New Jersey, you said. New York, of course.
Right.
Pennsylvania,
Okay.
Connecticut, and Massachusetts.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
5. And of course, New York's the kind
Yeah.
you get me right. So here's the 6th question. On Valentine's Day, what profession receives the most Valentines? Keep it in mind, this is a daytime show.
Right.
Like a receptionist. A receptionist or front
Teachers.
desk.
Oh, front desk teachers. Front desk is a good guess, though. Teachers.
Yes, of course.
Oh, they deserve them.
They deserve
All right, we have
those.
time for just one more.
One more, here we go.
To bring 'em.
Shakespeare's 2 tragic cross lovers, Romeo and Juliet, what were their last names?
Montague and Capulet.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. See, easy breezy.
Yes.
Easy.
Kirsten, this is
Fun.
great. I know that there's some events coming up all this week. So you have something coming up the 12th at Smokin' Joe's?
Yep, bingo tonight, Tuesday trivia at Wings and Things, and Wednesday Step 72, and back at Joe's on Thursday. So screw Cupid.
Yes, that's awesome. So, a different way to celebrate trivia with Kirsten. You can follow other great Suncoast events with Kirsten by checking out her What's Up videos on the website Sarasota Day. So
Nice.
find
Thank you.
Kirsten online. She'll always tell you where to go. Coming up next, we are looking at the most popular dog breeds in the state.
Oh.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are on our live stream on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast restaurant guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Thank you. Okay, in honor of the Westminster Dog Show this week, we are all dog lovers, so we thought it would be fun to check out the most popular dog breeds by state. I love how Google does this. They actually base this on searches, so they put them all together in a big map like this. You know, it's a little hard to read, so we're going to break down some of the good ones based on the search terms. Okay, based on this, Doberman Pinschers are the real winners. They piqued the interest of 6 different states as the most popular dog. I thought so too, because to me they're kind of big and scary. But maybe people were looking for dogs for security. They are a very protection dog. They're not common here, but they're big and they don't like heat. So they may not be here. What do we like in Florida? And I do see a lot of these. French Bulldogs win in Florida. And we are not alone. They also are in New York and Illinois as their most popular picks. Second overall in the whole country, again, another big protective style dog, a Rottweiler. Ended up being 3rd overall. So I thought that was interesting because I think I expected to see the Labs and the Goldens.
Yeah, Golden Retrievers.
Yeah, the little
Collie's still my favorite. I'm still a Collie fan.
A Collie, well, and loyal, of course, as we know. Collies are very, very loyal.
Nice.
So it's Westminster Dog Show week. Enjoy and give your 4-legged friends a Valentine too. Speaking of Valentine's Day, we are so ready to celebrate in the kitchen. We're going to go see Chef Pedro and Table Creekside. How romantic.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. It's voting day tomorrow in Sarasota's Special District 72 election.
We'll tell you where you can go to make sure your voice is heard in a race that's now getting national attention today on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
Line of showers stretches along the eastern seaboard. What's it mean for our weather? We'll talk about that bright and early.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. This is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. Special Election Day is tomorrow, where voters in State House District 72 can cast their ballots. In First Alert traffic right now, we're seeing a crash at I-75 and State Road 70, although it doesn't seem to be impacting traffic there. Let's get a check on our weather now with Bob.
Thanks, Scott. Some isolated showers popping up on the sea breeze. Mid-February, it seems more like late March into early April. Right now, 79 degrees. Dew point is at 69. Temperatures today soared into the mid-80s in the inland areas. Winds now out of the south-southwest. A little sea breeze has kicked in. The pressure way up there, 30, 23. This is an old frontal boundary, a weak cold front slicing into our direction now. A few isolated storms out there, but this is the activity that's developing along the sea breeze front now into mainly East Manatee County around State Road 64. You can see that near Bethany and to the north thereof. We'll have much more in our forecast at 5. See you then.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Coming up Tuesday at 4 on Suncoast View, love is in the air. We're getting crafty for our sweethearts. We're going to give something handmade and from the heart. The Craft Bar stops by to give us some ideas. Straight from Liverpool, a Beatles tribute band sings our favorite love songs. Plus, it's all about the hairdos for this year's Sarasota opera season, and Valentine's sweets will be in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Pedro from Table Creekside, and you are making something very romantic for us today.
Absolutely. Very aphrodisiac for Valentine's Day.
An aphrodisiac menu.
Super sexy.
I'm excited. And first of all, we got tuna toro, which is like a fatty tuna. And then we got Kuromoto oysters. Very delicious, mild, beautiful oysters, creamy. So basically, we're going to start cutting the tuna. We're going to cut some little squares.
Color is gorgeous. Well, and I like when you put this meal together, you can easily eat it with a fork and spoon. We don't have to look awkward on our Valentine's date or...
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm cutting these. You might want to pass by and make some samples of the tuna tartare, so you might want to try them. They're delicious. They're ready to go.
Okay.
You can try it now.
We will do this after we do our mixing. If I let them start eating before we've done we're going to lose them.
So I don't want to sound ignorant, but when it comes to the type of oysters, I mean, I'm aware that there are multiple types, but I don't really know the difference between a lot of them. So what is special about these oysters?
These oysters are from Japan. They call them Kuromoto oysters. They're very mild. The shell is very deep, so the juices stays in there, and they're very delicate.
And does mild
delicious.
mean less fishy?
Less fishy, more creamy. You won't taste it.
They're my favorite oysters, by the way. I always call them the cream puff of oysters because they almost they don't have a high salinity. They have a much sweeter
so you don't have that salty.
taste.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe good for people that don't think they like oysters.
Exactly.
Yes, although they're still dense.
Okay.
They still have the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we have the chop of the tuna, and then we got some radishes. You can put some little radishes in there.
Okay. Is that an aphrodisiac as well?
It's a cleanser.
There you go. It's a cleanser. Got it.
Onions.
It's all in your mind.
Onions. All right, so if it's Valentine's, everyone has to have onions. If one person has it, everyone has to have it.
Well, you don't have to have onions. You can take it off.
Might take
Little sea salt.
Okay.
Lemon oil.
Is that a dumb question? Is that literally lemon juice and oil?
It's easy to make this. Olive oil, lemon zest, let it set for 2 hours.
Okay.
Let it set and it gets infused with the flavor.
Zest, not lemon
juice. No, lemon zest.
What a great way to do it.
You don't want to do lemon juice because then it will cook the tuna. It will come like creamy and white. Yeah. Now that you have this, and you don't have to have this vessel here, but now that we have it, we're going to put it right here.
Oh, that's for plating.
Okay, for plating.
Right,
You can buy it
little
anywhere.
trick.
Yes, you can be like a chef at home. Be sexy, drinking champagne.
Exactly. Speaking of sexy and drinking, I want to point out the cocktail that you've made for Valentine's Day as well. It has rose-infused vodka. At Table Creekside, always very into their infusions. So that with a little Prosecco and grapefruit juice. It's called Must Have Been Love. Another good 80s song.
The trivia continues.
Go on.
Yeah.
I know you want to
All right, so what are we topping with?
And this is salmon skin.
Wow.
Deep fry it at 350 degrees so you don't have to waste your salmon. You have some salmon, take the skin, little salt, deep fry it for 5 minutes, take it off, let the fat come up, and chop it and put it on top so it's for texture.
It's like fish bacon.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Interesting flavors coming together.
The little
here.
microgreens. Please try those. They're
I will.
delicious.
We're close enough now. I'll let them get.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll let them give a sample.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I just am amazed at all the different things you have. Now, you have an entire Valentine's Day menu at Table Creek Side.
Absolutely.
And it goes throughout the week.
Yes.
So not just Wednesday, because we've talked about how some of us may need to celebrate
exactly.
before, after, and through the weekend.
Exactly. As we love him so much that we think the whole week for our
The whole week for romance and Valentine's, and of course the entire regular menu, the full menu is available at Table Creekside as well. But I like the aphrodisiac menu.
Yes, and that salmon skin is delicious.
Well,
I never
thank
thought
you.
I'd say that, but it is. It's like fish bacon. You're right.
Absolutely. The best bacon ever.
Some amazing seafood flavors. Again, this is part of an entire Valentine's menu you can find at Table Creekside, all aphrodisiac based. So go check that out and enjoy celebrating with your Valentine. Megan, thanks for celebrating with us.
Thanks for having
Great
us.
to have you here today.
Thanks for having us.
Enjoy it. You're going to like it. You got to try it, Linda. You can do it. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day and take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.